Hello everybody, happy Monday. We're going live today with Michali to answer a question that was asked to me via the AMAs. So we're just going to wait for some of you to join. We're an hour earlier today. Good morning everybody. It's very quiet on Instagram on a Monday morning at 10 a.m. Thank you for joining, Hulu. And for Beck 4. We're just waiting for Michali to show up. I see Michali. I think I just invited you, Michali. Thank you for joining Panina and Mimi. Cooking with Happiness. I think I see you, Michali. Amazing.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
The earlier adjustments. I appreciate it. It's great to be
My pleasure.
Okay. So let's get right to it. I know it's like a big question for 10 minutes, but I felt like we should answer it.
Yeah, I think it's a really important question.
You have it like right in front of you, or should we just say it by heart? Yeah, you want to say it?
I do. So the question was, how can I feel fulfilled? I'm married with kids and have a job, but feel so empty.
Wow. Yeah, it's like, it's deep. And I got some like DMs about it when I said that we were going to address it. People saying like spirituality or different, like something in that realm. And like, of course my mind like went there, but I was also like, not everyone is ready for that answer. So I felt like we had to address it like on a practical level and then also on a spiritual level. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. So, I mean, I can't speak so much to the spiritual from me being a mental health professional, other than to say, like, when it comes to spirituality, that if this person does feel moved by spirituality, then that can definitely be incorporated into a plan to make this person feel less empty. But I know that there are people who don't feel fulfilled with spirituality, so then I would say to not go there right now.
Exactly.
I think that look, I think a lot of people think that marriage, kids, you know, that's like the end goal. And then once I get there, then all of a sudden I'll magically feel so amazing, so fulfilled. And then there's this realization that, oh, we're the same people even after we're married and even after we have kids. We're still the same person we always have been. We just were assigned newer roles. And so I think that, first of all, I would say it's amazing this person is open about this. I think a lot of people might feel shame that, oh, you know, I have all these things. Why can't I be happy?
Yes, I think I'm going to thought for a second too. I was like, you know, bravo to this person for being able to, you know, express that like they have this and they're still unfulfilled. And like you said, marriage piece, the kids piece, and then even the work piece. And like, I'm like, especially with the work piece, I was thinking that's like work is not necessarily meant to fulfill you. Like everybody has a different relationship with work. Ideally, yes, you do something that you're so passionate about, so it becomes your passion and your purpose combined into work, but not everybody's doing that at, you know, at any given point in their life. And therefore, like, just because you're working, we can't expect work to be the fulfilling factor in our lives.
Yeah, I think that to your point, I think everybody is so different, and some people need it to be, you know, they need their passion to be their work, and some people are able to compartmentalize each. But I would be curious, like when I saw that this person wrote, I have a job, I wish I can speak with them and ask them, like, well, what is your job for you? And then I think that it would be important to explore what this person's hobbies are, and you know, and see what they can do to create opportunities to pursue those more. Also, I would want to know more about the marriage. I would want to know if, like, you know, if they do feel fulfilled in marriage, and like, sorry, I'm just like, whatever. And if
like this person's for sure gonna DM you and be like, I'll tell you everything you want to know.
yeah. It's like, I want to know what the relationship is like, and where if there is any connection, and if there is a lack of meaning, where is that coming from, basically?
Right, exactly. And I think that like when I think of fulfillment, I mean, like, of course I think of spirituality just because I'm inclined that way, but I can't impose that on other people. So if this person is inclined spiritually, then I would definitely recommend including that as one of your routes to get to fulfillment. I think relationships is like a huge piece of fulfillment. And that goes back to your question of like, what is the relationship with your partner, with your extended family, with your children, with friends, with contemporary. So I think that's really important. I don't think that we can expect to have fulfillment just from our partner or just from family or just from children, for sure not. I think that having like contemporary like relationships, friendships, people that are on like somewhat in some similar path in life than like as you are. And then I think of like passion and purpose. Like your passion is what you do for yourself and your purpose is what you do for others. And I think that whether you compartmentalize those two things or whether they converge into like one thing, which is like ideal, I think, is that brings like a great sense of fulfillment. And then combine that with spirituality and you have like a beautiful sense of fulfillment that obviously waxes and wanes. Like nobody feels fulfilled every minute of every step of their life, right? So I think that, you know, trying to tap into what are your relationships like, what are some passionate hobbies like you said, and what is my purpose, like what am I doing for others other than like I think family can feel almost like a role or like a job almost versus like what am I really doing for others, even though family is like your number one responsibility as a parent. But I think that getting into like how else can I serve the world, whether it's through my passion or whether it's through starting something. So it could be something small, it could be something
greater than yourself.
it could be a group chat for your family. It could be like that you read from a book about whatever it is that interests you and your family, and you do that and you're spreading that knowledge, whether it's spiritual, whether it's something else. Like it doesn't have to be starting a movement that's like the next, movement that is
Right.
in the paper. Something that
Right.
that feels like for other people. What are your thoughts on that?
I couldn't have said it any better. Like I think you summed it up perfectly. It makes complete sense.
That anyway.
What?
I took most of what you said. You were like, the children and whatever. But as like I knew that we would have a conversation about this. I felt like I could have answered it for sure, like on the AMA, but I felt like this is such a good conversation and one that we never addressed, or I don't recall addressing. And I think that people, yes, I think that the spirituality piece, like I'm having trouble, I guess, wrapping my head around like the people that said that spirituality is the only answer. And I'm like, I hear that from a spiritual perspective, like if you're very much in that world, but I don't hear it from like a practical perspective. So I want people to like, I guess, know that it's okay to like need like different paths to
For
get
sure.
to a different.
And I think the people that are saying spirituality is the answer, it's because spirituality is the answer for them. And so I think that there are people who, let's say, find spirituality in music or people's souls and psyches or going to the ocean or taking a hike, right? I think there's a lot of ways to feel like there's something greater than yourself that exists. And however a person makes meaning, whether it's through spirituality or some other, way, I think that is an important component here to feeling more fulfilled. It's basically nurturing every single part of yourself, your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, your social, your sexual, your intellectual, right? All those parts need to be accounted for.
I like that. I like how you said that, like so simple. Like for that person, that's their answer and that's beautiful. But we can all tap into spirituality in different ways. And also everybody has their own path, whether it's spirituality or not, but their own way of like finding that like fulfillment. I like that. Yeah. So it's like, that was so true. Like, yes, for that person, that's their, like, it's so clear to them that that's their answer. For someone else, it might be like an indirect way of getting to spirituality, like through whether it's nature, whether it's providing a service or whatever it is. Amazing. Thank you, Michali. Thank you everyone for tuning in, even though it's
Thank you, Faye. That's a great question.
We're under 10 minutes. This is amazing. Okay.
It's amazing. Very impressive.
Thank you, Michali.
I will see you next
I'm
week.
looking forward. Take care. Thanks, everyone.
You too. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye.
Goodbye.